Ever since the dawn of civilization around 15,000 years ago, dogs have been a crucial part of our society. From hunting to taking care of farm animals, dogs have always been an important cornerstone of our lives. Yet being a guard animal is not their only function. Dogs have served as humans' longest companions to the point that they earned the title man's best friend. Although dogs are with humans since the dawn of civilization, some dogs may react with aggression towards strangers. In this video, we will tell you about this phenomenon. Hey everybody, welcome to Dog Oracle. Today, we are going to go over the 10 ways science confirms dogs can recognize a bad person. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it is a must-see if you want to learn one of the most amazing skills a dog can do. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when we release more amazing dog videos like this one. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 10. Dogs can smell fear. A dog's sense of smell is one of its best capabilities. Having 10,000 to 100,000 times more active olfactory senses, it's no secret that dogs can smell better than humans. But do you know that dogs can smell fear? Studies show that when we feel fear, we secrete certain chemicals through our sweat. These chemicals can be smelled by dogs and recognize that to feel fear and anxiety. This trait can be shown when you're anxious and uncertain. Your dogs may show signs that they are comforting you, like cuddling and reassuring licks. People with chronic anxiety sometimes cannot recognize if they're in a panic mode, fight, flight, freeze. Trained service dogs can help them by detecting their chemical makeup. However, this is not the only way to utilize this trait. People with bad ulterior motives can show signs of distress and nervousness and secrete the smell of fear. When your dog catches the scent of these behaviors, they may become alert around the person that they suspect. Dogs' protective nature. Dogs are domesticated mostly for guarding purposes. To them, humans are a part of their pack. So when other humans and animals show aggression towards their owner, dogs react accordingly. Since dogs can perceive certain cues and behaviors, not just from their kind but from other animals as well, they can have a nagging feeling when something is wrong. It is commonly known that dogs can show a level of understanding in relation to their handlers, yet this perception is not limited to them. Dogs can also get cues from complete strangers, especially strangers that interact with their owners. How many times have your dog shown aggression towards complete strangers? Of course, this does not always constitute that they are dangerous, but it merely shows that your dog is alerted due to a number of reasons by that particular person. Number 8. Sudden movements. Dogs don't just have a good smelling sense. They can also hear more than humans do. Sudden movements done by a threatening person can be heard by a dog and warn its owners. Due to their great hearing, someone with bad intentions who wishes to sneak up to you or your loved ones can be detected if a guard dog is nearby. However, their sense of smell will most probably come first. Number 7. Aversion to certain smells. Vinegar, perfume, citrus, and bleach. These are the most common smells a dog has an aversion to. Due to their sensitive noses, dogs can easily smell if someone has an unfamiliar scent around them, whether it be another animal or an uncertain scent. A dog will know if someone carries suspicious objects due to their distinctive smells. In fact, this is the most common use for guard dogs in our modern times. Detection dogs, commonly called sniffer dogs, are trained and tasked to detect certain contraband such as drugs, explosives, blood, and more. They are not only trained to go after certain objects, but they can also be tasked to locate humans. These tasks are very important, since they help the police make the duty of guarding any establishment or area a lot easier. Number 6. Dogs can be alerted by looks. Although a dog's sense of sight is not their strongest suit, dogs can still feel alerted and threatened based on how somebody is dressed. Even though they only perceive the world with a few colors, mainly yellow, blue, and shades of gray, a dog's eyesight can still be used to determine people that may cause endangerment. It's done through a good sense of body language and posture. People that may appear big and threatening can be perceived by the dog as bad. Not only that, Angry people can make certain expressions like scrunching up their faces and avoiding eye contact that may alert your dogs. Number 5. Dogs can smell anger. When humans are angry, we release chemicals through our sweat. Chemicals released through our adrenal glands caused by a sudden rise in adrenaline can be smelled by dogs. This rise of chemicals can also signal your dog that you are in danger. Dogs, just like humans, can have a fight, flight, and freeze reaction when they came in contact with adrenaline. Number 4. Dogs can track the people around them. Although with their great sense of smell and hearing, dogs are well versed with the emotions of their owner. You can see this through how dogs can detect various diseases in humans, including cancer. A dog shows a deep understanding of the cues given to them by their owners. Trained dogs especially can detect things they are tasked to do. Number 3. Dogs can recognize certain human social etiquette. Most humans follow certain guidelines when talking and interacting with each other. Dogs, being social animals, interact with not just their kind, but with all the other living things around them as well. Since dogs are with us since the dawn of humanity, dogs get used to our behaviors as we are to them. In a study conducted by Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews, they got dog and their owners along with strangers to engage with each other. It proved that dogs are not fond of strangers who show aggressive behavior towards the dog owners. They show a deep understanding of our social etiquette and can apply it to the situation. Number 2. Dogs can recognize body language. Averting eyes, fidgeting, and a rise in the volume of the voice are common traits that humans will show if they're angry and nervous. Dogs, having been around humans for so long, can recognize these patterns and act accordingly. A study was done by researchers that clearly shows that dogs can understand when someone is being rude and bad. In the study, dog owners were tasked to act out certain scenarios in which they would ask for help from a passerby. In this scenario, 3 types of reactions may come from the person the owner asks for help. They are either helpful, passive, or rude. After the act, the strangers offer the dogs a treat. All of the dogs that interacted with the rude stranger didn't accept the offered treats. Yet the dogs were receptive towards the helpful and passive ones. This research shows that dogs can easily recognize bad people from their body language. This is what you all are waiting for. The most amazing way a dog can recognize a bad person is: Number 1. They know when you're lying. A study conducted by Akiko Takaoka from Kyoto University titled "Do Dogs Follow Behavioral Cues from an Unreliable Human?" says that dogs know how to perceive lies made by humans. In their experiment, there are 3 phases in which 34 dogs would be led towards 2 containers. One of the containers has dog food inside, while the others doesn't. In phase 1 of the experiments, the scientists will point at the container with food. As expected, the dogs went to the container where the scientists are pointing. In the second phase, the dogs were tricked and led towards the container that doesn't have any food in it, where they followed but didn't get anything out of it. In the last part of the experiment, the dogs are led towards the container and the dogs didn't go to any of the containers. All of the 34 participants showed similar results. The study proved that dogs know when a person is trustworthy or not. If anything, this shows that dogs are not just for cuddles and play. They can also provide us with security and protection, but always make sure that our little pets are not in harm's way. Even though dogs are amazing and very skillful, minus a few big breeds of dogs, most common domesticated pets are not suitable for fighting off bad people. Always provide your dogs with a safe and loving home. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out this next awesome video. You can also get access to the airplane game you can play with your dog that helps increase your dog's focus and obedience. You can find it in the description box below this video, completely free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.